Chairman Rogers, Ranking Member Smith, ladies and gentlemen of the committee, on behalf of the soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, Coast Guardsmen, and Guardians who serve this command and our nation, I welcome the opportunity to talk to you today. I recently returned from my 27th trip to the Central Region. As I sat here just a year ago, the region was on the verge of improbable, unprecedented, and transformative progress. Today, the Central Region faces its most volatile security situation in the past half century. This is not the same Central Region as last year. The events of 7 October not only permanently changed Israel and Gaza, they created the conditions for malign actors to sow instability throughout the region and beyond. Iran exploited what they saw as a once-in-a-generation opportunity to reshape the Middle East to their advantage. Iran has worked for decades to encircle the region with its proxies, and in the past 6 months, we have seen every proxy in the Iranian threat network operationalized in Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, Gaza, the West Bank, and Yemen. Iran's expansive network of proxies is equipped with advanced, sophisticated weaponry and threatens some of the most vital terrain in the world with global and U.S. implications. Houthi attacks on our warships and international shipping, coupled with Iranian-aligned militias attacks on our forces in Iraq and Syria, are a direct result of an Iranian threat that has been incrementally spreading. Violent extremist organizations have also seized on this opportunity. ISIS surged their attacks in Iraq and Syria earlier this year, and the risk of attack emanating from Afghanistan is increasing. ISIS Khorasan retains the capability and the will to attack U.S. and Western interests abroad in as little as 6 months with little to no warning. Strategic competition has also continued to evolve across the region. China and Russia have been quick to capitalize on destabilizing influences. They have shown meager interest or capability to reduce regional tensions, but they have also increased their efforts to compete with the U.S. and pressurize regional partners across all elements of national power. Collectively, Iran, Russia, and China are strengthening their relationships and fostering a chaotic landscape favorable to their exploitation. Iran continues to sell 90% of its oil to China, funding Tehran's subversive and malign activities across the region. And Iran has developed a production pipeline for supplying weapons to Russia, fueling the war on Ukraine. The ramifications of this partnership have global implications. The convergence of crisis and competition makes the CENTCOM area of responsibility the most likely region to produce threats against the U.S. homeland, trigger a regional conflict, and derail the national defense strategy. The CENTCOM region also remains critical to the world's energy supply and remains essential to the flow of global commerce. U.S. CENTCOM provides strategic depth to our defense of the homeland, and security is at risk if we cede this space to Iran, terrorism, and China. Iran knows that its decade-long vision cannot be realized if the countries in the region continue to expand integration with each other and deepen their partnership with the United States. Our partners in the Levant, Caribbean, Central and South Asia are committed to advancing the region, and the United States remains their partner of choice.
I'm trying to let this vehicle go by. Let me bag it up.
Is the capability and the will to attack U.S. and Western interests abroad in as little as 6 months with little to no warning. Strategic competition has also continued to evolve across the region. China and Russia have been quick to capitalize on destabilizing influences. They have shown meager interest or capability to reduce regional tensions, but they have also increased their efforts to compete with the U.S. and pressurize regional partners across all elements of national power. Collectively, Iran, Russia, and China are strengthening their relationships and fostering a chaotic landscape favorable to their exploitation. Iran continues to sell 90% of its oil to China, funding Tehran's subversive and malign activities across the region. And Iran has developed a production pipeline for supplying weapons to Russia, fueling the war on Ukraine. The ramifications of this partnership have global implications. The convergence of crisis and competition makes the CENTCOM area of responsibility the most likely region to produce threats against the U.S. homeland, trigger a regional conflict and derail the national defense strategy. The CENTCOM region also remains critical to the world's energy supply and remains essential to the flow of global commerce. U.S. CENTCOM provides strategic depth to our defense of the homeland, and security is at risk if we cede this space to Iran, terrorism, and China. Iran knows that its decade-long vision cannot be realized if the countries in the region continue to expand integration with each other and deepen their partnership with the United States. Our partners in the Levant, the Arabian Gulf, Central and South Asia are committed to advancing the region, and the United States remains their partner of choice for now. U.S. Central Command's strategic approach of people, partners, and innovation reinforces the vision of Central region and supports the whole of government effort to secure regional and global interests. Our people are the bedrock of everything we do. We are laser focused on optimizing their talents and highlighting their character and competence to our partners. Our strategic advantage remains our strong military-to-military partnerships, while our adversaries and competitors rely on parasitic transactional relationships. We also innovate with our partners, developing approaches, concepts, and technologies to address the threats we face, protecting our forces and creating depth in our force posture. These efforts have saved lives. We are clear-eyed about the task before us. The shockwaves of the past year continue to reverberate globally. Our service members are standing the watch side by side with our regional partners right now. They operate in harm's way every day, whether at a small outpost fighting in Syria fighting ISIS, or a destroyer knocking down a barrage of ballistic and cruise missiles fired by Iranian-backed Houthis, and they do so with honor and courage. 5 of our teammates gave the last full measure of devotion as they lived out the oath we swear, protecting the freedoms we cherish. They represent the very best of us. It is the honor of my professional life to serve as their commander, and I look forward to your questions.
Thank you, General Kurilla. General Langley, you're recognized.
Chairman Rogers, Ranking Member Smith, distinguished committee members, it's an honor to appear before you today representing the outstanding service members, civilians, and families of United States Africa Command. I'm proud to testify with my friends, ASD Wallander and General Kurilla. Joining me today is my command senior enlisted leader, Sergeant Major Michael Woods. He is at the heart of AFRICOM's efforts to help African partners professionalize their enlisted and NCO forces. I'm also joined by my USAID advisor, Minister Counselor, Mrs. Mara Berry Boyle, and my State Department Foreign Policy Advisor, Mr. Phil Nelson.
Let's face the East, bro. I'll let y'all hear the rest of this truck coming back. Let's face the East. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAHAKADASH. Double honors to the Elder Apostle GMS who doing well. Salute you brothers for pushing this word. And truth is sincerity and strength by YAHAWASHI. And Shalom to you brothers and sisters growing in trust and spirit and power YAHAWASHI. Shalom to you too, right? We are here to prophesy the downfall of the wicked destructive kingdom known as Babylon the Great, Sodom and Gomorrah, Egypt, Rome, all those ancient empires brought up into one, controlled by Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of. That's the biblical nationality, Edom, that nation of Edomites. And we already got the election, but the Israelites don't say America by the word of power, y'all watch it on the side. With the election of the Israelites don't say America. The nation of Israel is the only ones going to repent and come back and serve Yahweh Shai and truth and sincerity, right? So I'm gonna let y'all hear a little bit more, just a little bit more concerning the situation over there in the East, right?
They represent AFRICOM's whole of government team and integrated approach to Africa. Now, in the last year, Thanks to your authorities, resourcing, and support, AFRICOM's all-star team responded to numerous crises and conflicts across the continent. I'm honored and proud to serve among them. Now, today's global events, ranging from the Russian Federation's war in the Ukraine to the Houthis' attacks in the Red Sea, directly impact the lives of millions of Africans. Terrorism, poverty, food insecurity, climate change, and mass migration shatter African lives. These factors sow the seeds of violent extremism and Russian exploitation across the entire regions of the continent. We're seeing these impacts as these threats unfold in this year. Challenges to democratic governance and order continue to occur across the Sahel, complicating our relations with key partners. However, working closely with our interagency partners, we continue to engage on the continent in order to safeguard U.S. interests and advance our campaign. Africa's campaign revolves around central themes of ensuring strategic access, countering threats to the homeland and U.S. interests, and preparing for and responding to crisis. And lastly, bolstering our allies and partners. Now, this campaign places our African partners at the center, achieving positive change by executing African-led but U.S.-enabled operations, all focused on our shared objectives. In today's dynamic environment, our whole of government partners require appropriate resourcing. I strongly advocate for our State Department and USAID partners to receive the resources they need to guarantee our combined success. Now, in Africa, modest investments and resources go a long way towards advancing our national security interests. Now, Africa faces many challenges, but offers even more opportunities. With our African partners at the forefront, reinforced by our efforts and the efforts of our allies, we will continue to gain ground towards achieving lasting security, stability, and prosperity on this crucial continent. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here today. I look forward to answering your questions.
Thank you, Jim. Thank all of you.
So you see what's going on, man. You still got chaos brewing on the other side of the water, and it ain't no peace as far as looking at it. Okay? Ain't no peace behind that. So, like I was saying last week, you got a term called the Gray War. And within that term, you got economic attacks, you got cyber attacks, and you got proxy wars. Now, listening to them generals, they let you know that that's what's going on concerning that's what's going on the other side of the water. Now, if you listen to more of the video, then that's what they're going to cyber attacks too. But it just let you know that it's chaos over there. Ain't no peace over there. Now, he mentioned Niger, right? Now, on CNN, they just did a video a couple of days ago concerning Niger. Not Nigeria, but Niger. And in this article, right, in this article concerning Niger, they getting rid of America military forces that was in Niger. And you know France been having a problem in that area too. So they've been getting rid of French troops too in that area, right? And they've been clinging to Russia and China and Iran. Now I'm gonna show you this article concerning what Niger is doing for Iran. Okay, let me see if I can find it. See if this is. Okay, this is an article. It says Niger ends U.S. alliance aimed accusations of uranium deal with Iran. So, according to them, the alliance between Niger and America is ending because America accusations against Niger is saying that Niger is giving uranium to Iran, and Niger was dealing with France at first, and that's how France powered 8 nuclear power plants. Now, it's saying here in this article that the alliance between U.S. and Niger, you know what I'm saying, is disrupted, and they're giving uranium to Iran. See that? And CNN did a report on it a couple of days ago, but they didn't mention that part concerning Nigeria, Iran, and that uranium. They didn't mention that part. And Nigeria is not Nigeria, but Nigeria is uranium rich. Okay? So we're gonna start off with 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. So go ahead, bro.
All right, this is 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 1. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ear of my people the words of prophecy."
That's what we do, man. That's what it's all about, prophecy, man. And seeing what's going on the other side of the water, man. And when you talk to the people that's in America, they think that China is their ally, but they don't realize that the world outside of America is turning on America. And see, they don't look at meetings like what I'm just showing you concerning generals and the Congress and all that. They don't look at stuff like that, okay? And even in that video, if you look at it, you know what I'm saying? What the video is, I'll show y'all where it's at. And Jake, man, what a video is. But see, Jake could go on there, knowing Jake gonna be on this channel. I'll just let y'all see. Okay. It's U.S. Africa Command. That's where it's at. That's where the video is, right? And you can go on there and watch it. You know what I'm saying? I give you that, man. You know what I'm saying? No Jake don't be on that channel. But I give it to you. But like I was saying, if you watch that video, you'll see that they fighting to United States is fighting to keep their allies so-called happy, man, because the Russian, China, Iran is spreading, man. And he mentioned the Sahel region, and that's where they was having them coup d'etats to where they was getting out France, and they was letting the Wagner group, meaning the troops of Russia, get involved in there and was kicking France out. And now the base that's in Nigeria, the drone base that's in Nigeria, they telling America, you got to get out of there. And like I was showing you the article, they according to the accusations of America, they giving uranium to Iran. So those things right there, man, America is losing its grip. So when you talk to people on the streets and thinking America got allies and all that, nah, it's over with, man. It's over with, man. And like them generals were saying, in 2023 and to 2024, it's not the same no more. Things have changed, man, and they're getting attacked more and more on the other side of their water, meaning America getting attacked more and more and more, man. And them nations are getting bolder and bolder and bolder because they tired of being oppressed by these Edomites in Babylon the Great, man. They tired of it, man. So these nations are starting to rise up according to prophecy, man. And that's what we're looking at, man. That's what we look for, man. You see? And things are happening in America, you see? The famine gonna increase, meaning a shortage of food. Prices gonna continue to go up. Military troops are popping up to where they generally don't pop up, and where you see them out more common. You know, they getting ready for this eclipse, telling people to stock up for food and all that. You know, things are changing, man. It's not the same. While the masses of the people are in la la land. okay, running red lights, end up getting smacked by somebody who driving normal through the green light. And Americans that's in La La Land are running red lights, man. This place is upside down in confused states, man. In a confused state, man. And what we doing is telling you, according to prophecy, these things gonna get worse, and America gonna lose its allies, and America and Israel gonna stand alone, and it's gonna be over for this place, man. So read what you got again, Colin, and read from the top.
This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 1. It says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the word of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord.